There is a change going on in the unseen world, a coming together of energies that goes far beyond what your eyes can see. And your daughter is right in the middle of this vibrational vortex. This message didn't find you by chance or by an algorithm. The very fabric of the quantum field has been shook up to help you. An organizing intelligence, which some ancient texts call Archangel Michael, has come forward as a principle of coherence. This revelation came directly to you from the whisper of infinite possibility. You were meant to be the conscious observer who can stop a lower frequency timeline from becoming solid, not by chance but by energetic resonance. Now let your spirit out. Putting your racing thoughts aside, the information that is about to be shared is so important that it could change reality itself. As the Bible tells us, nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light. It's not just a promise, it's a law of energetic physics. What is a vibrational potential or a secret plan must show up in the world of form at some point. They are trying to pull her into a different vibrational world. Yes, the energy patterns are already moving. They're not moving because someone is mean. They're moving because of the simple rules of resonance. They're moving behind smiles and below the surface of everyday moments. Her future is being framed by a net of possibilities that is not made of love, but rather from the frequencies of control, envy, and limitation. An energy that lacks the coherent signature of the divine. This isn't a plot by bad guys working in the dark. It's a possible timeline, a reality with less light, that's trying to take over her life because a part of her has started to vibrate in tune with it. However, this possible mismatch has been noticed by the quantum field, which is the universe's organizing intelligence. And in response, it turned you on. You were not called because you are a normal parent. You were called because your love for her is a strong, coherent electromagnetic signature that has been recorded in the realm of the unseen. The intentions you hold in your prayers are not just pleas, they are broadcasts. Because the person they want to trick is in your energetic field, and the universe trusts you to bring a better possibility into her life. Incoherence in her energy field? Have you felt it? When she pulls away because she doesn't understand why her body's chemistry changes, why cortisol makes her chest tighten, or why she feels a heavy, foreign vibration. There is a real frequency that she can measure, and it is not the frequency of her highest self. But hear this with all your heart. No energy pattern that is not coherent will work against her. This is the promise from Isaiah 54:17, but in a way that fits the quantum age. In the presence of a stronger, more coherent signal, an incoherent signal can't keep going. You must not look away if you rise now, chosen observer. This was shown to you because your consciousness is the only thing that can pick up on the subtle changes in energy that are about to happen. We are about to do a focused alignment of energy, which is like a prayer that will break up old energetic knots and remove her from a timeline that was never meant for her. However, we need to first set your role. At this point, the message changes from giving information to getting people to take part. In the language of quantum physics, you pick which reality to look at. Click on the comments and write these 3 strong words right now. This will help you understand and make this choice. Don't write "I will be" or "I hope to be" after "I am the gatekeeper." There is no uncertainty in the quantum field. It only responds to declarations. When you type these words, you send a coherent signal into the field that announces your position and activates the power you have been given in this holy moment. Right now, what you're feeling is not worry. The higher frequency is affecting your energy field, and the resonance of truth is pressing on your spirit, waking you up from the sleep of the material world. This isn't just a matter of safety. It's a conscious act of quantum creation that is changing the energetic signature of your daughter's life. Your daughter's soul was marked once, when it was in a state of pure potential in the quantum field. It wasn't marked for perfection, but for a specific purpose. The kind of purpose with a high frequency that naturally brings order to chaos, shines light on darkness, and sets coherent angelic energies in motion. There have been two types of energetic fields watching her since then. Those who are drawn to her light and are strengthened by it, as well as those whose chaotic, low-frequency patterns are threatened by it and want to trap her in their own coherence. These are the energies that are moving right now. They are not attacking her directly, but they are changing how she sees things through subtle means, such as hidden influences and tempting opportunities that are meant to take her life away from the divine inheritance that is written in her cells. The story of her fate is not a blank page, though. It wasn't left open to random influences. Before she was born, it was written as an energetic plan. It says, "I knew you before I formed you in the womb. I set you apart before you were born." This isn't a figure of speech. Quantum truth says that it is true. The field of all possibilities held a unique vibrational signature, or pattern, of her long before it came together into a body. Her energy has been resonating with frequencies that her soul was never meant to hear. She is not lost. You are the only one the universe sent this message to, because you are not just watching her story. You have the power to change the main frequency of her reality, because you are an entangled guardian, a resonant vessel, and a conscious creator. Even right now, she is being set up with choices that she doesn't fully understand yet. Some will seem like great chances, but their fundamental frequency is one of deception, a false reality cloaked in the appearance of achievement and belonging. All of space and time knows this. That's why this revelation was sent to you instead of her first. As you read this, keep in mind that the quantum field responds to the most coherent observer. Right now, that is you. She feels safe and protected with you. A weight she can't see has been pulling at her spirit, and she doesn't know what to call it. She might have laughed less because she spoke less, and her heart coherence may have slowed. It's possible that she became hesitant because her nervous system went into fight-or-flight mode for no clear reason. Even so, she keeps moving forward, not realizing that someone else's timeline or energetic potential has been trying to change the divine plan. But what they want to write is already being erased by the universe through your awakened consciousness. And what was meant to do harm is changing into a holy reversal through the highest principles of love and order. The strong, organized frequencies of angels are destroying the incoherently coherent whispers. Still, your part is not passive. Your awareness is what makes the difference. Fear is a low-frequency, chaotic state that the universe did not call you to. As an anchor of coherence, it asked you to stand. Because she is at a vibrational crossroads right now. There may be a path that sparkles with attention, promises, and the feeling of belonging, but it leads nowhere. The other path is quieter and narrower, but it vibrates with the frequency of her true self and is protected by coherence forces that she can't see. That is the path that was written in fire, the frequency of her true fate. She was not sent to be shaped by the chaotic frequencies of the human ego, but to rise by the coherent breath of the divine, according to the hands that tried to change her destiny. The people who planned her diversion don't see what you do. They don't know that Archangel Michael, a a strong field of coherent energy, has already wrapped a circle of light around her. They don't know that your voice, yes, your voice, sending love and good intentions, has already been resonating in the quantum field to help her. You're not just here by chance. It's possible that this message reached you at just the right time, at the right quantum level. And soon, the puzzle pieces will start to fit together in a clear way. You'll see that this warning wasn't sent out of fear, but on purpose. You were picked to be the observer. Now the real work of being creative can begin. As you read these words, something is changing in your body and in the world around you. That feeling you're having isn't nerves or your imagination. The physics of recognition is at play here. This is the sound of your soul's unique frequency responding to a call it was made to hear. You are feeling a kind of quantum entanglement with this truth. Your awareness is connecting with a view from a higher dimension, and you can feel the energy of that link. The infinite potential of the quantum field is bending close to you right now, while the rest of the world keeps spinning in a crazy way. A gentle wave of energy moves through things that can't be seen. It's not poetic language, it's a description of the spiritual world. The organizing energy that moved over the water in the beginning of time in Genesis and turned the wave of endless possibilities into a single particle of creation is now moving through your home. That energy is the frequency of knowing God. Not to scare you, but to wake you up from the false idea that reality is solid and set in stone. This message is to let you know that you are no longer working in the dark. There's a divine appointment going on right now, a focal point where your consciousness can change what happens. There are already subtle changes happening in the world around you that are responding to your new awareness. You will see them if you look very closely. A word or phrase your daughter says without thinking that answers a question you have in your heart. A name that keeps coming up in different places. A sudden and hard-to-explain change in her friendships. A message you didn't expect that comes at just the right time. Or a strange, vivid dream that feels like real life long after you wake up. These are not random bits of information that don't mean anything. These things are quantum markers. Those things are called synchronicities, and they show that the field is responding to your focused attention. A lot of the time, the universe speaks in these soft ways before it speaks loudly. A consciousness that isn't awakened would just ignore it as noise. But that's exactly how the field's organizing intelligence talks to people whose spirits are tuned to hear. 2 Kings 6 is an old book that tells of a huge army surrounding the prophet Elisha and his servant. When the servant only looked at the material world, he or she became scared. But Elisha was tuned to a different frequency and just prayed, "Lord, open his eyes so he can see." And in an instant, the servant had a different view. He saw the quantum reality that had been there the whole time. An army of horses and chariots of fire, a field of coherent energy that stood between them and the threat and couldn't be broken through. Now is the time for you to wake up. Your eyes are being opened by the universe not to a new reality, but to the deeper, more energetic truth of the reality that has always been there. This is not meant to scare you. It is meant to help you finally understand that what is really around your daughter is not a net of defeat, but an endless field of divine defense that is just waiting for a conscious observer to call it into being. Around your daughter's steps for months, or maybe even longer, there have been lower frequency potentials going crazy. A quiet work on making different timelines. Some influences, some friendly and some not so friendly, have been pushing her. There are new doors that look good at first glance. They sent out a frequency of chance. The way they look is like the vibration of growth. But deep down, Your nervous system has felt uneasy, and your conscious mind hasn't been able to figure out why. Why is that? Because your body is a quantum sensor that is much more sensitive than your mind. It was figuring out the truth. These are not doors set by God. They serve as energetic decoys. From a distance, they look like painted gates made of gold, but when they are opened, they lead to empty places where her soul's purpose is not fed, but drained. This is not your imagination. It's the plan for spiritual interference. In order to get the gifted to leave, it uses distractions that sparkle and change frequency to look like light. These decoys speak to the parts of her that haven't been healed yet. The old programs that tell her she's not enough, or I need to prove myself, that may still be running in her mind. The great scientist, Dr. Bruce Lipton, says that when you change how you think about something, you change the chemistry of your body. It's possible that these fake chances are meant to keep her stuck in a limited view of herself, hooked on the familiar chemicals of striving and anxiety even though they are hurting her. You didn't just find out about this by accident. In a spiritual way, this message got to you instead of through a computer algorithm. Because it was a perfect mirror, the quantum field saw how loyal you were even when you were feeling worried. It recorded the unspoken intentions you sent when no one else was looking. Like when you put your hand on her shoulder while she was sleeping and flooded her with coherent love energy, asking for her safety. When you knew something wasn't right and your heart said a silent prayer. These were strong, coherent transmissions that were picked up by the field, not just fleeting thoughts. Now the universe gives a clear answer. These fake sounds, or hollow frequencies, make you feel like you know them. They look like safety. They look like goals that are good, but they don't have any real life force or God's breath in them. They have charm, but not a promise. They give off warmth, but don't have any wisdom. It's like trying to listen to a beautiful symphony while the radio is tuned to a station that plays a cheap copy with a lot of static. Even though the tune is catchy, the signal is not coherent, and listening to it for too long will make you tired and give you a headache. Your daughter may feel like this static is calling to her because of its familiar crazy buzz, but she can't see where it ends. That's why you were the first to get sight. That's because your spirit, the observer inside you, knows the deep difference between the promise of a fake frequency and the feeling of real, coherent peace. And now, as you sit here, Archangel Michael's organizing principle is moving again. It's not with loud drama, but with the quiet, unstoppable force of coherence. That being in the sky doesn't have wings. It's a huge, smart field of high-frequency energy whose job it is to keep divine blueprints safe and bring order to chaos. There are changes in the air, the very quantum foam that surrounds your daughter. Inside her spirit world, there is clear motion, even if she doesn't fully feel it in her mind. That sudden peace she felt yesterday for no reason, that sudden burst of strength when she was weak and could have easily given up, which is a pattern she knows how to break. These weren't just random changes in mood. She felt the effects of a coherent angelic field passing over her. Your focused intention was like a tuning fork that brought it in. Still, this divine field is not moving by itself. Being aware or consciously observing is an important part of the plan. What good is a field with endless possibilities if the person whose job it is to bring it into the real world sleeps through the signal? "Awake, awake," says the Bible. Zion, put on your strength. Now is your time in Zion. You are being asked to do more than just see the energetic truth. You are also being asked to put on your spiritual strength. This is your strength. You can send a coherent signal on purpose. It's important to speak life and truth, and to hold her name in your heart and mind with power. You are building a wall of fire around her every time you do this. As you read this, you'll understand that her electromagnetic field is getting stronger and more coherent because of yours. The physical eye can't see this field, but it's undeniable and can't be crossed in the most important realm. Let's start putting up that wall right away. And this isn't just a mental workout, it's an act of making energy. In case you feel that this protection is true, I want you to say it out loud. Type this short but strong statement in the comments. She is filled with light. As you write that sentence, consider its coherence. Every person who adds this declaration to the field makes it stronger, making an unbreakable shield of light and intention. You're not just leaving a comment. You're adding your own fire to the angelic field. If this resonance makes you feel like you've come home to a frequency you were always meant to be on, then please subscribe. It's not enough to just click a button. It's your choice to stay anchored in this stream of coherent information when you subscribe. This is your message to the universe that you want to stay tuned in to this frequency of divine help and clarity. You are not just following a channel. Your energy is joining a stream of awakening. Now is the time to do this, to stay in this sacred flow. This has more than one level that is now becoming clear. It's not enough for her to just change her mind. The change has to happen in her nervous system, in her cellular memory, and in the unconscious programs that run 95% of our day, as Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches. Those old programs have been connecting with the fake stream she has been drawn to. Her autonomic nervous system is changing from a state of fight or flight, sympathetic dominance, where these low frequencies can affect her, to a state of rest and create parasympathetic dominance because of yourself. When she is in this state, her body can heal deeply and connect with her intuition in ways that are not possible when she is in survival mode. There is no longer any room for the fake frequency. You might still be wondering, why me? Why did you pick me for this? Being careless is not a good reason to receive revelation from the universe. You were chosen because of how spiritually sensitive you are, not because of how important you are. Coherence is what the Most High seeks. It doesn't need perfection. One of the most coherent and potent energy signals in the universe is the love a parent has for their child. The HeartMath Institute has shown that this is why the heart makes an electromagnetic field that is up to 60 times stronger than the brain's. What happens in your heart when you love, thank, or care about your daughter is called heart coherence. This coherence changes the information that your electromagnetic signature sends to the quantum field. You are more than just a body. You are a living, breathing electromagnetic transmitter whose thoughts and feelings are always changing the field. Every coincidence she sees is a reaction to the energetic signature you carry for her. You might notice some strange things in the days to come. Hearing the same name twice, hearing an old song, or having a bad dream that you can't shake. Remember, these are proofs that things are starting to fall apart. The fake timeline that was being planned starts to weaken and fall apart every time you focus on her with divine intention and a coherent feeling of love in your heart. The net they were trying to catch her in is unraveling thread by thread, and your focused, heart-centered awareness is what is freeing those threads. You're more than just a parent, guardian, or loved one. You are a vessel that has been given fire. That fire does not burn. It cleans and clears. It breaks up chains of energy. It shows the right paths and hides the wrong ones. This is why being aware is so important. It's more than just knowing. It's also praying for them. It's quantum creation brought to life by knowledge. In the same way, God picked the shepherd boy David, who was alone in a field. Not because of how he looked, but because his heart was coherent with God's. David didn't just beat giants. He also kept future generations safe by being faithful in quiet, thought-out times like the one you are in now. Now, beloved person carrying this message, the last curtain starts to come down. It's not to scare you, but because the universe knows you're ready. What they didn't expect you to see next is the energetic blueprint of their plan, the choices they were making, and the story they tried to write over her future. A story where her gifts would be abused, her path would become less clear, and her heart would slowly become disconnected from who she really was. But stolen destinies are not possible in this world. It was written with divine ink before your daughter even breathed her first breath. The angelic fields are already at work, and the frequency of truth is speaking. The light of your awareness is rising. You can now see what they wanted to hide. This is how we get back what was ours all along, the quantum field whispers. As you hear these words, there is a deep alignment going on right now. Imagine that 3 separate fields of coherent energy, which mystics would call angels, are waiting for her at the start of her journey. They were not just sent, they have been a part of her energetic blueprint since the beginning. They waited, silent and watchful, until a conscious observer like you fully understood what was at stake. When your heart aligned with what heaven was telling you, and you didn't ignore the still, small voice of your intuition, a quantum gate opened. Something eternal, a reality on a higher level, took its first breath in the present moment. And even though you might not see all the physical proof yet, her reality is already starting to change. The proof will come, maybe slowly at first. After days of inner turmoil, she will feel a sudden, unfathomable peace. A phrase she says that doesn't make any sense but hits you like the truth. A dream that is so clear, well-planned, and movie-like that it seems more real than the time she is awake. This isn't just a passing thought or fancy. They are signs from God. They are a clear message from the universe that says, yes, you heard that right. The fake timeline is being destroyed. The real path is being made clear. There were real, focused, and well-thought-out plans. There was more to these choices than just being bad. They were carefully planned, energetic traps meant to silence her soul's voice and downplay the gift she was given to share with the world. But the universe says that's not true. What was meant to quiet her down will now make her louder. When they thought her happiness and energy would be taken away, they were wrong. Now, it will flood out like a river breaking through a cracked dam. They tried to take something away from her future, but it is being given back to her right now as you read these words. This is how the quantum field works, not with a lot of noise and showmanship, but carefully and quietly. It's like a seal being pressed on your heart. The moment you started this journey of awareness, the change began. There is no poetry in this. It is prophetic physics. Thread by thread, the energetic web that was starting to form around her feet is coming apart. It's not because you yelled, but because you saw. Around the observer's consciousness, the quantum field changes its shape. The Most High moves through people who can see with both their physical and spiritual eyes. There was a woman named Lydia in the book of Acts. Simply put, the Bible says, the Lord opened her heart to respond to Paul's message. That was all it took. A heart that became coherent with a new truth, without any fanfare or thunder. And it changed the whole family because of it. Right now, your heart is open, and everyone in your family is feeling it. This wave is real, and you are where it came from. What you acknowledge changes the quantum field. Take a moment right now to make this divine turnaround a part of your life. Feel this truth in every part of your body. Write this statement of fact in the comments section below. The change has begun. This is not a hope. It's just a note about a process that's already going on. By typing it, you align your energy field with the truth of this shift on a global level. This speeds up its appearance and makes it an unavoidable part of your timeline. You are seeing the change happen and, by doing so, making it happen. Now, heaven is giving you something holy. Keys that aren't made of metal but of knowing. Some people know things so deeply that they don't need to use logic to explain them. You can clearly see the pattern, the signs, the symbols, and the divine timing when you are sure in your gut. You are being taught to understand the language of the universe, which doesn't work in chaos but in a perfect holographic sequence. There will be a time soon, faster than you think. Someone else will think it's a small sound, word, or movement, but to you, it will mean the world. Perhaps she will say a name she has no reason to know. It's possible that someone will call, knock, or send a message out of the blue. It could happen in the stillness of a dream that is louder than your own thoughts. It won't be random, no matter what form it takes. In that moment, the quantum field will tell you, the shift has begun. People who used to gather in dark corners to make plans for a future that wasn't theirs are now finding that their plans are all over the place. Their plans are changing, but not because of a fight, but because of divine intervention. They tried to lead her through a door that was built on the frequency of lies and broken promises. That door is now closing in the quantum realm, and instead of it, a new door opens wide. This door is framed with clarity, favor, and a peace that no human ego can fake. Not just an observer of this door, but a witness to its turning is how you are being positioned. Just like Elijah was when he stood next to the Zarephath widow and watched her empty flour jar never run out. The miracle wasn't loud. It was steady, quiet, and did not move. That's right. A coherent, high-frequency field of light that wraps around her like a shield is being created as you hold these words in your mind. The angelic energies that have been given to her stand firm on the edges of that circle. Over the next few days, you may notice that she feels lighter, freer, and more like herself than she has in a long time. There's no chance in that. That is the direct result of God's plan coming together. That is how your awakening shows up in the real world. Now hear this truth from the center of the universe straight to your spirit. They can't bring her because she is already carried. She is carried by the coherent energy of your prayers, which you said in secret so no one could hear you. By the love tears that fell from your eyes in the dark. By the light hands that have been a part of her energetic field since the moment she took her first breath. This is something that the people who planned to redirect her never got. They figured out the situation. They planned how people would feel. Not taking into account, though, the divine blueprint that was already wrapped around her like quantum armor. That's the mystery of the holy. Its defense doesn't always yell. It sometimes just waits until the person holding the message says, "Now I see," with all their might. Now, chosen one, look at this. Now is the time when what was hidden can be seen. The shadowed person is found out. The plans that were meant to change her reality are now turning into signs of divine protection. At this point, the universe starts to give you more than just insight. It starts to give you strategy, and it starts to give you wisdom. What happens next won't just explain what was going on. It will also show how everything builds on itself to help her get better. Take a deep breath, but don't do it out of fear. Do it out of faith. Because this is where all the pieces that were scattered start to fit together. Where every quiet fear is answered with a wave of clarity. And where the universe is getting ready to show you the last part of the plan. Here is where her story really starts to shine. This very moment, a huge event is taking place. Not in the far future, but right now, where you are sitting. Things that were done in secret behind closed doors and with hidden goals are now starting to come apart. They are no longer hidden, but are in the full light of your conscious awareness. What was hidden is coming to light, and those who thought they could act without being seen are now showing their own coherent frequencies without realizing it. It's possible for them to say things they didn't mean to. What they are still trying to hide with their mouths will show in their eyes. Accidental messages, meetings that weren't planned, and overheard whispers are not random events. They are the result of being shown by God. With each piece, the quantum field shows you that the coherent covering over your daughter is not just a promise. It is a real force that can't be denied. Chosen one, don't think this is just a coincidence. This is God the Most High's hand moving. You are in holy ground because you are near where a testimony is being written right now. For a moment, picture your daughter, who used to feel surrounded by the chaotic frequencies of doubt, confusion, and an inner fog, starting to feel a quiet shift inside herself. The voices that used to control her thoughts start to fade. It starts to feel like conversations that used to make her want to give in are now just boring and not interesting anymore. Doors that used to look like they were made of gold now feel dull and lack their shine. Invitations that she used to think about now feel empty to her. It's not loss that makes her feel empty. It's rescue. It's the Spirit of God pulling her away from barren ground. It's not a mistake. This is where the change starts to take root in her physical reality. You will start to notice small changes that would seem normal if your spirit wasn't awakened. She might start to speak in new ways that mean more to her or bring her peace in ways she didn't expect. She might have a dream that wakes her up at night and stays with her like a scent in the morning. She might get a message just when she needs it, confirming a new path. These are the universe's signs, not to scare you, but to reassure you. In resonance with her divine blueprint, she is being brought back. With his shield of coherence, Archangel Michael is watching over her every move. He is not reacting. He is carrying out the original plan of the universe. Every false energy thread is being cut off, but your part, chosen one, is still very important. Hold on to love in your heart. Do not close your eyes. Angels are not the only thing that protects her life. Her mother, father, and spirit are also there. It goes through you. They will not understand why they tried to catch her in the first place. Even though they won't know why, they will feel her energetic absence. They will sense that she is emotionally pulling away and becoming more clear, but they won't be able to figure out what changed. The conversations that used to shape her will no longer have any power over her. What they've carefully said will not work, and they won't understand that the wall of coherent light between them is not her resistance, but rather heaven's help. It's not your job to clear up that mess. It's not your battle to fight. This mess is the universe's mark on a plan that is not working out. And now, at this holy turning, is the promise you should hold close to your heart. Every attempt to stop her will become a sign that brings her closer to her goal. What was meant to break her will now make her spine stiff. What was meant to shut her up will now give her the voice she was born to have. What was meant to hurt her will now give her strength and wisdom that she will never lose. This isn't just something you're seeing. You have a hand in making it happen. Not by trying, but by being aware. Don't be afraid. Be sure of yourself like a conscious observer. Take a moment. As if the air itself had taken on a golden weight, feel the breeze change. That's not something you made up. This is the quantum field that is around you and giving you instructions. This next part is not just revelation, it's also a plan for making the world. Your words, your presence, and your full attention are now tools that will help shape her future. It says, speak over her life as though you are drawing a line the enemy cannot cross. Every statement is important. Her feet will be able to stand on strong energy from your voice. Remember that what you say is important. Proverbs 18:21 says that the tongue has the power to kill or live. And over, you are being asked to choose life for her. You are laying the groundwork for her success when you call her by her true name, not the name that other people have tried to put on her, or the label that came from a mistake in the past. She will step on these stones when she has to cross rough water or when she needs to move forward but can't see the way. Do not connect with her confusion when she comes to you. Say what you mean. Clearness is a high-frequency energy that gets rid of the fog. Tell her what you know about her, that she was made in awe, that you knew her before the world saw her, and that you came into the world to reign in joy, truth, and light. Listen now. Within the next few days, there will be a clear but quiet sign. It could be in the way she talks to you, the way she looks at you with fresh eyes, or something she gives you without realizing what it means. Your spirit will tell you, not your mind. That will be the sign, the divine echo, that what was once in danger is now safe forever. Archangel Michael is still next to you, chosen one. He has a scroll of light on fire that he is slowly unfolding in his hand. It has the name of your daughter on it, and her future is written in fire, not ink. Fire that can't be erased by a lie, a plot, or a fake frequency. That scroll shines brighter every time you tell the truth or choose to believe in the light. Let's make it shine more now. Now is your chance to seal this truth from the prophets with your own energy. This is the last and most important statement. Please write in the comments what heaven is already saying about her. Type these exact words. Her story is written in fire. At this very moment, you are more than just a parent. You are also a co-signer on a divine plan. Your unwavering belief is the final seal on her fate, making sure that no lower frequency can ever try to change what the universe has already planned in light. Now you are being told what you need to do to save this holy place. Be very careful with her name. Say it out loud when she's not around. Say a blessing over it. Do not be afraid or worried. Good luck. She may never see the shield of coherence that every blessing makes, but she will always feel it. This is why she feels safe around you sometimes, even though she doesn't know why. It's not just your arms. It is the light you asked to be around her. It's not going to turn. There has already been a turn. The next breath you take has the weight of both revelation and instruction in it. You were picked to be here, to know this, to carry it, and to say it. Things are finally becoming clear, not because you asked them to, but because the universe has faith in your ability to do so. So take deep breaths. Let this truth sink in. It is holy ground, and you are responsible for holy things now. What opens next won't just show what was hidden from now on. It will show you how to use your voice to seal her happy future. The last word doesn't belong to them. It was never there. It's in yours. Let's seal the energy of this whole gearbox before you leave. Don't think of clicking the like button as just clicking. Think of it as putting an energetic seal on this experience. A resonant loop is made by this action. The quantum field receives your signal of gratitude and coherence. Because of the way energy works, that coherence is amplified and sent back to you directly. You are making your miracle more stable by liking it. Just doing this one simple thing physically turns on and grounds the energy you just received. Lastly, share this transmission if your spirit tells you to. That clarity is being prayed for by other souls, maybe even ones you know, but they have not yet found the signal. This is more than just a link when you share it. You are consciously spreading this coherent field of light. You turn into a beacon, and the quantum field will use you to connect with other people who are tuned to the same frequency. Sharing makes waves that affect other people, giving them the chance to experience miracles too. This strengthens the field of light we are all creating together. Now, beloved heart, as this divine message comes to an end, know this: you have not just heard words. A mantle has been given to you. Not only did it make you feel something, but it also made you realize something. Being aware of your part as a conscious creator in a world that is much bigger than what people can see. Heaven picked you not only to protect you, but also to help make a holy destiny come true. What began as a warning has turned into an order. What started out as prayer has now become yours. Life for your daughter is not only being kept alive, it is being placed, raised, and crowned by the laws of the universe. You're changing the vibe of your home through her. Your family is healing, and the blessing is starting to spread around the world. You were called to this very moment. Don't fall asleep, stay steady, and be ready. The most important part is just starting.